Good morning, dear cadets. So, we are in the chapter number 2. What is the name of chapter? Chapter 2 is acid, base and salt. Acid, bases and salt. Okay. So, everything about the acids I have completed in the previous classes. Okay. Today I am going to teach you bases. So in the bases, how many things I have to teach? First I have to teach the bases, their physical property, then their chemical property, then more about the bases. Now something extra things about the bases, and at the end what should be their uses. So first I am beginning with the physical properties of bases. Okay. Now some important things I wrote on the boxes. Later on I will use those things. Just now we will start with the physical properties. So what are the physical properties? The first one is bases are bitter in taste, while acids they were sour in taste. Now second one is slippery or soapy on touch. So bases are slippery or soapy on touch. They turn red litmus blue. They turn red litmus blue. Means which one? Bases, they turn red litmus blue. Okay. While acid, they turn blue litmus red. So just reverse. They turn means acid, they turn blue litmus red. Bases turn red litmus blue. Okay. Now acid turn phenolphthalein solution red, while bases turn phenolphthalein solution pink. Please remember this one, because each and everything is important. And just see, 2 normal videos I have uploaded, but the way the speed you are watching, I think it will be completed when your term first exam will be over. But from my side I am doing my work. Now it is up to you. Now this will also be the normal video which will be oriented towards today's live classes. Okay. Next one is bases like caustic soda. And caustic means burning sensation, things which produce burning sensation. Soda, NaOH. What is this one? Caustic soda. This is NaOH. Caustic potash. Caustic potash. Wherever potash word is there, it means potassium is there. So the caustic potash is KOH. Caustic soda is NaOH. Please remember this one. Are corrosive in nature. What is the meaning of corrosive in nature? Whenever they touch our skin, whenever they are applied on our skin, they produce burning sensation. That is why it is called corrosive in nature. So bases are corrosive in nature. They are good conductor of electricity. Acids, they were also good conductor of electricity. Bases, they are also good conductor of electricity. Okay. Now chemical properties. Chemical property. So unlike physical property, chemical property, we have to discuss their chemical behavior. Okay. So first one is reaction of bases with acids. So just see, acids, they were also reacting with the bases. Okay. And what was the name of reaction that time? Neutralization reaction. Now here what is there? When bases are reacting with acids, remember, let the acid react with bases, or let the bases react with the acid. The name of reaction could be neutralization reaction only. Neutralization reaction or salt formation reaction. Okay. Why it is called salt formation reaction? Because during the course of this reaction salt is formed. Why it is called neutralization reaction? Because acids are acidic in nature, bases are basic in nature, but when they react together, what they are forming? Salt, which is neutral in nature. That is neither acidic nor basic. So I am justifying the name of both reactions, both names. Okay. Take one example, NaOH. What is this one? This is base. What is this one? Base. Remember, just like what is the definition of acids? The definition of acid is, acids are those substances which when dissolved in the water, they produces H positive ion. Means in the acid what should be there? In the acid, H positive should be there. And who are the bases? Bases are those substances which contain NaOH. Just see, KOH, NaOH, NH4OH, NH4OH. Now CaOH whole twice, calcium hydroxide. These are bases. What is common in their feature? The common thing is all are having OH. All are having OH. Okay. So what is the definition of base? Bases are those substances which when dissolved in the water they must furnish OH negative ion. What are the acids? Acids are those substances which when dissolved in the water they must furnish H positive ion. Okay. When I will teach you more about the bases, so these things will discuss. It doesn't mean that all the substances which contain OH they are bases. Like just see C2H5OH. This is having OH, but it is not base. What is this one? It is not base. So NaOH aqueous plus HCl aqueous. So here what is there? This is NaCl plus H2O. What is this one? This is acid. What is this one? This is salt. And one more thing is there. Heat will also be evolved during the course of neutralization reaction. How can you test it? Very easily. Just see. In one test tube you take NaOH and HCl together. Okay. At the beginning of reaction, just you touch the bottom of the test tube. What you will feel that the temperature is normal only. But after some time, what would be there? After some time, what would be there? After some time, you will see that the bottom of the test tube become very hot. Why? Because heat is evolved. So always remember, during the course of neutralization reaction, heat is evolved. You can write another reaction also. Just see here. Suppose I have taken here NaOH and here I have taken another acid, that is H2SO4. So what will form here? Na2SO4 plus H2O plus heat must be there. Please balance the reaction, make it 2 NaOH. So what is this one? This is base. What is this one? This is acid. What is this one? Salt. This is water and this is heat. So this is also called the neutralization reaction or salt formation reaction. So the first chemical property I have completed. Now before moving towards the next chemical property, I have to clean the some portion of blackboard. Then only I could teach. Okay. So let us move toward the next property of metal. What is the next property of metal? Next property of bases. What is the next property of bases? Just see. Reaction with metals. So just see, acids they were also reacting with the metals. Acids like just see, zinc reacted with the HCl and formed ZnCl2 and hydrogen gas. Okay. Similarly here, bases like NaOH. Just see. NaOH you can take KOH also. Okay. NaOH. This is base. This react with active metals like zinc and aluminium. Make here zinc. Okay. Now here what is this? This is active metal. What is the name here? Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay. Don't worry. I will write the name of this one also. This is metal. What is this one? Metal. This is sodium zincate. What is this one? Sodium zincate. And what is this one? Hydrogen. What is this one? Hydrogen gas. Now just remember here, you must have heard about the ion SO4 2 negative, NH4 single positive. You were writing or not? Just like them, zincate is also one of the ion, ZnO2 2 negative. What is the name of this one? Zincate. Okay. It reacts with the sodium and A positive. Okay. This is zincate ion. So crisscross this one. What is the name of this one? Na2ZnO2. What is this one? Sodium zincate. What is this one? Sodium zincate. Okay. So I hope that you understood this one. This is zincate ion, 2 negative, crisscross this one. Okay. So what is this one? This is salt and hydrogen gas. So just like acids, they were reacting with the metal and forming salt and hydrogen gas. Bases also react with the active metals and they form salt and water. But remember, the salt which is formed during the course of reaction with the acids and active metals, and the salt which is formed when bases react with the active metal, both are different but they are salt. Okay, you can take another example also. Please balance the reaction. Yes, now it is balanced. You can take here an AOH plus aluminium metal plus water also you have to take. Remember, here NaOH was concentrate and here this NaOH is, you have taken water, so it is dilute. Now here what is there? What is the product here? NaAlO2 plus H2. Now just see, just like zincate ion, this is AlO2, this is aluminate ion, aluminate ion, single negative. Okay, in zincate 2 negative charge is there, in aluminate single negative charge is there. Crisscross this one, so what you will get? NaAlO2. What is the name of this one? Sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate, and here hydrogen. What is this one? This is salt. What is this one? Hydrogen. Okay, now check everything is balanced or not. All reaction is balanced. Okay, so this is salt only, so this is sodium zincate and sodium aluminate. Okay, now try to understand. We'll do one activity. Okay, hydrogen gas is evolving here. Okay, so that activity should be done here. So now I will use this portion to explain that activity. Okay, so just see. Yes, it is visible to you, I am hoping. So just see here, I can teach this side also. Okay, it can be taught here. Yes. Okay, take one iron stand. What is this one? This is activity related with this reaction. This is iron stand. With this iron stand, you just take one test tube. What is this one? Test tube. Okay, now here just fit the card. What is this one? Card. Here first you take granules of zinc. What you have to take? Granules of zinc. Okay, now in this granules of zinc, here you have to take NaOH. What is this one? NaOH. So they will react in this way. Now which gas will form? Hydrogen gas. So just evolve here hydrogen gas. What is this one? H2 gas. Now fit here one pipe. Okay, so this hydrogen gas will come out here, and now this hydrogen gas when bring into contact of burning candle. What is this one? This is burning candle. So what is the characteristics of hydrogen gas? H2 gas, here I am writing. H2 gas burn with pop sound. It burn with pop sound. Okay, yes. So what does this activity prove? That whenever bases react with active metals, what kind of gas is evolved? The gas evolved is called hydrogen gas, because it burns with pop sound. Okay, so now second chemical property is also over. Let us move toward the third chemical property, that is reaction of acids. They were reacting with the metallic oxides. If you remember which reaction I taught you, just see. Acids, just I am comparing. Acids, I took copper oxide and acid HCl. So what was the reaction? CuCl2 plus H2O. Okay, blue is green PPT. What was there? Blue is green PPT of this one is formed or not? What does this reaction indicate? This reaction indicate that metallic oxides are. This is acid. What is this one? This is salt. What is this one? Water. So this is also one type of neutralization reaction. So this reaction indicate that metallic oxides are basic in nature. Okay. Now third reaction which I am going to teach you, reaction with non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxides. Copper oxide was the metallic oxide. So first you understand what is the non-metallic oxides. So just see non-metallic oxides. In the box only, just note down this one. Non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxides. So what are non-metallic oxides? Just see. Carbon dioxide, SO2, SO3, NO2. These are non-metallic oxide. Why they are called non-metallic oxide? Just see. Carbon is non-metal and oxide. Sulfur is non-metal, oxide. Sulfur and oxide. Nitrogen and oxide. Nitrogen is also non-metal. Sulfur is also non-metal. Carbon is also non-metal. Okay. So these are non-metallic oxides. And what are the example I wrote in case of metallic oxides? So metallic oxides are this one. Metallic oxides. Metallic oxides are zinc, ZnO, Na2O, Na2O, Al2O3. These are metallic oxides. Okay. Potassium oxide. Okay. Zinc oxide, calcium oxide. They were the metallic oxide. They are the non-metallic oxide. So the third reaction, let me first wipe out all these things, then we'll teach you third one reaction. Okay, so let us see the third chemical property. Okay, now in these third chemical property, all those things which are written in the boxes that will be utilized. Just already I explained you what are the non-metallic oxides. Okay. So just see, take one base. I am taking calcium hydroxide. Okay, this is base only, correct or not? Just see, NaOH, KOH, NH4OH. Okay, CaOH whole twice. Okay, these are all are bases. What are they? They are bases. Okay, but remember, it doesn't mean that all the compounds which contain NaOH they are bases. Now C2H5OH, this contains OH, but it is not base. It is not base. Okay, remember this one. It is not base. Okay, so don't worry, when I will teach you the chemical nature of bases, at that time I will tell you. But remember, the definition of acid is, acids are those substances which when dissolved in the water they furnish H positive ion. Similarly, bases are those substances which when dissolved in the water they must furnish OH negative ion. OH negative ion. So in that category, what is there? If you see that definition, this is also containing OH negative ion, but when it dissolves in the water, it does not furnish OH negative ion. That is why it is not base. Okay. So remember, this is ethyl alcohol. It is not base. Okay. So let us come back to this one. Reaction with non-metallic oxide. So calcium hydroxide react with CO2. What does it form? It forms CaCO3 plus H2O. Okay. Already I wrote here prototype. Base, non-metallic oxide, salt and water. So just see, this is base, calcium hydroxide. What is this one? This is carbon dioxide, non-metallic oxide. What is this one? This is salt and this is water. What is this one? Water. Please write down here non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxide. Okay. So just see, this non-metallic oxide reacting with the base and forming salt and water. So this is also one type of neutralization reaction only. And what does this reaction indicate? This reaction indicates that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature, because already you have taken base, and since it would have been acidic in nature, that is why it has formed salt and water. Correct or not? So those things I wrote here. Just see. When acids react with the bases, when acids react with the metal, what was formed? Salt and water. But since you have taken acid and salt is forming, it means metallic oxides are basic in nature. Just see, once again, just see. Copper oxide copper oxide react with HCl and form CuCl2 plus H2O. This is the reaction of, this is metallic oxide. This is acid. And what does it form? Salt. What does it form? Water. Okay. So what would be the nature of this one? This is base only, na? Because here salt and water is formed. Salt and water is formed, and if one of the substance is acid, next must be what should be there? Base only. So this is what? Metallic oxide. It is basic in nature. Similarly, if it is base, you don't know the nature of this one. But in the product, if salt and water is formed, it means this is acidic in nature. This is acid. Okay. So this is copper oxide is metallic oxide. It is basic in nature. Non-metallic oxide, carbon dioxide, that is acidic in nature. Okay. Same thing I wrote here. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Example: copper oxide, sodium oxide, calcium oxide, zinc oxide. Okay. Please don't write here zinc oxide. Don't write here zinc oxide. Okay. We'll tell you why. Now just see. All metallic oxides are basic in nature, but some metallic oxides are amphoteric in nature also. Zinc oxide, aluminium oxide. We'll tell you what is the meaning of amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric substances are those substances. Amphoteric substances. Just see. Amphoteric substances. Amphoteric substances. What are amphoteric substances? These are substances which simultaneously react with simultaneously react with acids and bases. Okay, they are amphoteric substances. So zinc oxide and aluminium oxides, they are amphoteric substances because they react with acids as well as bases. Okay. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. These are non-metallic oxides, they are acidic in nature. But some non-metallic oxides are neutral in nature. Just see. Carbon monoxide, NO and N2O. Remember, these are the three non-metallic oxides which are neutral in nature. Otherwise, all metallic oxides are acidic in nature. In next chapter again you will study same thing. So it is better to note down here only. Once again I am repeating. All metallic oxides are basic in nature, but some metallic oxides are amphoteric in nature. All non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature, but some non-metallic oxides are neutral in nature. Why metallic oxides are called basic in nature? Because they react with water and form bases. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature because they react with the water and form acids. Okay, that is why metallic oxides are basic in nature. If you want to just see why metallic oxides are basic in nature, take one particular, see, suppose I took here Na2O, sodium oxide. This is metallic oxides. It reacts with water, and what does it form? It forms NaOH. Okay, 2 NaOH. What is this one? What is this one? Base. That is why metallic oxides are basic in nature. But some metallic oxides are amphoteric in nature because they simultaneously react with acids and bases. Take metallic oxide. Suppose carbon dioxide. It reacts with the water. This is base. Okay. When non-metallic oxide react with water, it forms carbonic acid. What is this one? This is acid. That is why non-metallic oxides, they are called acidic in nature. Acidic in nature. Because they react with water and they form, what does they form? They form acid. Metallic oxides, they react with water and they form bases. Okay. So this is all about the non-metallic oxides acidic nature. There is one more thing about this reaction. What is this one? Just see. Once again I am telling this is very important reaction. Just see. Now this is the information which is beyond this heading. Okay. What is this one? Calcium oxide, slag lime. In chapter number first I taught, again I am teaching. This is slag lime, this is carbon dioxide gas, and this is calcium carbonate. This is insoluble substance. Insoluble substance. Insoluble substance. Please remember this one. Just see. Now for whitewashing of walls or any building, what is required? For whitewashing of walls and building, basically slaked lime is required. Lime water. Slaked lime. This is also called lime water. Lime water. Okay. So during whitewashing, slaked lime is applied on the walls. So immediately white shiny surface is not appeared, but after some time white shiny surface appeared because this slag lime react with atmospheric carbon dioxide and form calcium carbonate, which is white in color. What is this one? White in color. So white shiny surface appeared on the walls. Okay, this is one of the aspect. Second aspect is this reaction is confirmatory test for the carbon dioxide gas. What is the confirmatory test for the hydrogen gas? Hydrogen gas burn with pop sound. Now carbon dioxide when supplied to lime water, it turns milky. What is this one? Milky. So milkiness appear. Milkiness appear. So the formation of milkiness that indicate the presence of carbon dioxide gas. Why milkiness appear? Please remember and note down. Milkiness appear due to insoluble nature of calcium carbonate. Milkiness is because of calcium carbonate, because it is insoluble. That is why milkiness appear. But remember, when carbon dioxide gas supplied access to this solution in product side, then what is there? Milkiness disappear due to the formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate. Just see another reaction. Just see calcium carbonate and H2O. Now supply the CO2 gas. So here what does form? CaHCO3 whole twice. Calcium bicarbonate. Just remember here, carbonate is 2 negative. Bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate single negative. Okay. So when Ca2 positive react with HCO3 single negative, what does it form? CaHCO3 whole twice. But when this one calcium react with CO3 2 negative, so what does form? CaCO3 calcium carbonate. Okay. So just see, when excess of carbon dioxide gas is supplied, milkiness disappear due to the formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate. Why milkiness disappear? Please write down here. Milkiness disappear due to soluble nature of this one calcium hydrogen carbonate. Calcium hydrogen carbonate. Please remember this one. Okay. So milkiness appear due to insoluble nature of calcium carbonate. Milkiness disappear when excess of carbon dioxide is supplied due to here written milkiness disappear due to soluble nature of calcium hydrogen carbonate. Calcium bicarbonate or calcium hydrogen carbonate, both are same thing. Bicarbonate word is used in the simple language, common language. Hydrogen carbonate is in IUPAC. So somewhere in the box you write milkiness appear due to the formation of this one calcium carbonate. What is this one? Calcium carbonate. Milkiness appear due to insoluble nature of calcium carbonate. Milkiness disappear when excess of carbon dioxide is supplied due to soluble nature of calcium hydrogen carbonate. It is soluble compound. What is this one? Soluble compound. So the moment it's soluble, now milkiness disappear. In this way, almost everything whatever is required for today's class I taught. Now tomorrow I will teach more properties of bases. Okay, so I hope that you understood. If you have not understand properly, so please watch these videos time and again. I am adjusting the blackboard so that you can read everything properly. Okay, everything is written here. Okay, don't worry about the things which are written at the bottom, because so many time I have repeated. Milkiness appear due to the insoluble nature of calcium carbonate. Milkiness disappear when excess of carbon dioxide gas is supplied to the product side, and due to soluble nature of calcium hydrogen carbonate or calcium bicarbonate. Okay, so thank you. I hope that you will complete.